What's up, y'all? So this is Slash Tap. I'm known in the Melee community on GameFAQs. I'm in the Yugioh community on Pojo, and I'm an active duelist. You can see me online a lot on Zero Creative's YVD program, which is an online program that lets you play Yu-Gi-Oh! Online. So this video is about my Blackwing deck. A lot of people out there are playing Blackwings, and a lot of people have been uploading videos about Blackwing decks. But I would like to put an inspired original spin on it by going in depth about strategies, discussing options, and just hopefully just giving an insightful view of Blackwings that other people aren't really giving online. So with this in-depth analysis, it's going to take me 2 videos to really say what I want to about Blackwings and say it without having to rush. So this is part 1 of 2 videos in which I discuss Blackwings. And so for me, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is basically a hobby that I played 6 years ago, and I stopped 6 years ago. And then this summer, I just picked it up as just like a little hobby. And I won an invitation to nationals, and I've been topping my local tournaments. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a pretty easy game to get into and dominate at. It's a very simple game because I started from nothing. I had no cards this summer, and I'm topping tournaments every week now. So it's pretty easy. So I hope that encourages you, and I hope that my Blackwing deck will help you to understand how to play the deck and how to make a deck. So here we go. Okay, so let's go over my main deck first. So I'm going to assume that you know what the cards do. And if you don't, then you can just go ahead and search for them online. I'll try to pronounce the cards and enunciate when I do so that you know what to search if you need to look up what a card does online. So 3 Shura the Blue Flame. It's a staple monster. It's the backbone monster of the deck. 3 Gale the Whirlwind. It's pretty much the best tuner in the game right now. I mean, this along with X-Saber Airbellum. Now, Gale the Whirlwind, its effect is to have an opponent's monster half the attack and defense of an opponent's monster. And what you have to understand is that this effect is permanent. Although it says once per turn, it just means that it can be used once per turn. But it does not say for the duration of the turn, which means that its effect is permanent. If they have Shura and I have Gale, I use its effect. Shura's attack becomes 900. And if I use its effect again, its attack becomes 450. If my opponent has an equipped card, such as United We Stand, and 1 monster on the field, let's say Shura, its attack becomes 2600, right? If I use Gale's effect on Shura with United We Stand, its attack becomes 26 divided by 2, which is 1300. Now, if next turn they summon another face-up monster, United We Stand's effect that increases attack for every face-up monster does not work. That's just not how it works. Also, if United We Stand gets destroyed, the monster does not lose attack. Gale kind of resets everything, such that equipped spell cards no longer have any effect, at least in modifying attack and defense. Now, this ruling is not the same for continuous spell cards, such as A-Forces, the A-Forces. The ruling isn't the same with that. I'm not going to go into in-depth about rulings. You can always look them up on online forums. Okay, 3 Kalut the Moonshadow. So in terms of hand advantage, Kalut is like a +0, because if their stronger monster attacks your weaker monster and you drop Kalut, then you've traded 1 for 1, a monster for a monster. It's a pretty good deal, you know. It's a good surprise tactic. If you're a turn player and you're playing against Blackwings and you have a stronger monster against their weaker monster and you're attacking, pass priority during the damage step. Don't drop Kalut. Wait to see if they do. That way you won't have to waste your Kalut. Because if they drop Kalut, you can chain to it with your Kalut. So, it's good insurance to be turn player. 3 Boar the Spear. Boar the Spear is a beater. It's a good monster to search Black Whirlwind with. And it can be special summoned, which is good. It helps you swarm. 2 Sirocco Sirocco is good because it's a tribute monster that does not need tributes, but at the same time you can tribute summon it, so if you, say, brain control their monster and you need to get rid of it, you can tribute it with Sirocco Dodon. Sirocco is also really good in the mirror match against Blackwings because it raises the attack of a Blackwing monster by the attack of all Blackwings on the field. So if they have a whole setup of a swarm of Blackwing monsters on the field, you can summon Sirocco, and in just one effect, increase a monster to 12,000 attack. It's a very common situation, in fact. I've had it come up a lot of times. I mean, just yesterday, I was playing a duel online. I summoned Sirocco against Blackwings, and I basically did 8,000 damage in one attack, attacking over a monster. Now, a good synergistic combo is to summon Sirocco, special summon Bora along with it. Use Sirocco's effect to raise the attack of Bora to 3,700, right? If they have a set monster, you use Bora's Spear to attack that set monster, and you spear through it with your piercing damage. So it does really heavy damage, breaks through any defense. 1 Blizzard. It's a tuner, and it's kind of like Black Salvo. It summons a monster from your grave, which is really good. It's an instant +1 when you summon it. And you can sync instantly for a Yugioh Guardian in most cases. The reason I only run 1, and most people only run 1, is because sometimes it's not a good card to top deck. And it doesn't help you swarm as much, because it cannot be special summon. That's part of its effect. So just keep it at 1. 1 Gores, the Emissary of Darkness. Gores can be it's special summoned in the damage step, so that means it cannot be Bottomless Trap Hold or Torrential Tributed. So it's good coverage. It's a good save me card for emergencies. 1 Dark Arm Dragon. This is a stable monster. It's very powerful. No need for explanation. A very common setup to do is, if you can, synchro 2 of your monsters, like a Bora and a Gale, for Dark Strike Fighter. Use Dark Strike Fighter to launch one of your Dark monsters to get exactly 3 Darks in the field. In the graveyard. Then some Dark Arm Dragon. With Dark Arm Dragon and Dark Strike Fighter, attack directly, and then launch them both, and it gives you a 1-turn kill. 3 Black Whirlwinds. This is pretty clear cut, no need to explain. Just be sure to know that Black Whirlwind, its effect does not resolve properly if the monster you summon gets Book of Moon, or if it gets Bottomless Trap Hold, or it gets removed from the field in any other way. This is because when Black Whirlwind resolves, it checks the attack of the monster that you summoned. If your monster is face down at resolution, then there's nothing to check, no effect to get. 2 Allure of Darkness. This is a draw card, but it doesn't give you hand advantage. However, it does speed up your deck and help you draw into things that you need for the 1-turn kill, which is good. 2 Book of Moon. This card is a very disruptive card. Like I said earlier, Book of Moon can stop your opponent from searching with Black Whirlwind. What happens is Black Whirlwind activates as Chainlink 1, and you use Book of Moon for Chainlink 2, and it interrupts them in the mirror match. It stops Blackwings cold in their track, because while they have a face-down Blackwing, they can't special summon more Blackwing monsters to the field. So it's very disruptive. It's a very versatile card. It also stops things like Cyber Valley's effect from activating, and it stops big synchro monsters. You want to flip them face down and attack next turn. It's just really good. Not everybody runs it, but it's a semi-staple. Heavy Storm is a staple though. It sets up for victories. Giant Trinade, a semi-staple. It's a pseudo Heavy Storm, and it sets up for victories. Monster Reborn, staple. Mystical Space Typhoon. It's an answer to a problem, is what I'll call it. I guess it's a staple. Brain Control, a staple. Mind Control. Not everybody runs this, but it has a number of uses. It can move one monster on your opponent's field out of the way so that you can set up for an attack. Or you can get their monster and synchro summon with it. You can't tribute it though. You can't attack with that monster, but you can sync it, which is good. If you mind control a Cyber Valley, you can use this effect to help yourself draw cards, so that's good stuff. Also, if you mind control a face-down monster, you can flip it for its flip effect if it has one. Some people run Dark Eruption as a spell card in this deck to get dark monsters back from the grave. I used to do that. In fact, I change this deck all the time. So 1 week I'll have it, 1 week I won't. This is just this week's build. I'm always changing my build. And that concludes part 1 of my Blackwing analysis.